Are we live?
We're live. Wait, I can't see you.
I can see you.
Getting the side right is... Wait, it's funny. We could be like hands.
Na 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 na. Wait, wait. Da 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 da. Is that I Love Lucy?
Yeah.
Da 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 da.
Do you know the words?
No, but you do.
I know some of them. I love Lucy and she loves me. We're as happy as we can be. Sometimes we quarrel and then how we love making up again. Lucy kisses like no one can. She's my missus and I'm her man. And I don't know the rest.
Oh, that was impressive.
Thank you.
That sounds great.
They're having trouble adding this to Twitch, so we're just going to get rid of Twitch. We don't need Twitch.
Bye-bye, Twitch. We don't need you.
I don't need any extra Twitches. Okay.
No.
Hey, and someone's watching, so let me just take this off of our faces.
We have a viewer.
Yay! Hello, viewer. Who are you?
Hey, viewer.
This is the Hot Mess Express tonight. So, okay, Erin, I don't think I could ever associate you with being a hot mess. What about your day makes you feel that way?
Well, I have been in my garden all day because I have been a terrible garden mom all summer. Hey, look what I'm drinking. Wait, I'm gonna wait. Hand me a drink, Grace. Hand me a drink.
Wait.
Do it.
That was wonderful.
That's delicious. We need to pull her to be our sponsor.
Yes.
Or Rallop, based on the way my camera looks. Okay, sorry. I was in the garden all day because I've been a bad garden mom all summer, and everything looks like it's like a haunted house at my house. So I've been ripping out weeds, and I don't know if this happens to you when you're working in the bog of cranberries, but once you start on a task, you have to finish it, and so it becomes this obsession. And so what starts out as a 30-minute job, I'm on day 3 of like straight 8-hour, 9-hour days because I keep just ripping out one more square foot of, and now I'm mulching, and so my fingernails are, you can sort of see they're like disgusting.
Do you find weeding relaxing and or satisfying?
Yes and yes, and it is the single best time for me to listen to audiobooks.
Yes.
So I just finished Covenant of Water by Abraham Verghese, and it's so good.
You recommend that? Do you ever find yourself weeding, thinking, pulling weeds and picking stones? Da, 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 da. Do you know this song?
I
Of course
do,
you do.
and I've never once thought that.
Now you might.
I'm gonna now, nonstop. Thanks for that.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Tell me about your hot mess day, Gracie.
Oh, golly. Well, my child is done now with daycare.
Bye-bye.
That ended last week, which is great financially. But then this weekend, we were on the road, so we didn't get home till midday yesterday. So, everything's just kind of like in flux. And then he also had his first day of kindergarten camp. What I learned today is that how in the hell do single parents not be insane? Because I only ate dinner because I had someone making me dinner tonight. But also the school day is not very long. I was like, I don't need daycare because he'll be in school and that will be plenty of time to work. It's not.
No. By the time you drop them off, it's time to turn around and go back and get them.
Yeah.
Is it full day kindergarten at least?
Yes, it is full day kindergarten.
Nice.
And, I'm proud of myself that I exercised today, but not that anyone needs to know this, but also didn't have time to bathe after. So that's just kind of where I'm at.
But we're here together.
Here we are. I'm so glad to be here with you.
It's been a long time, but I'm delighted.
I know. And you're killing it with your
been
record.
A good week. I know. I'm so excited.
I'm so happy for you.
I'm so excited about that. And it's just been so nice. The DJs have been so lovely and playing lots of different songs and some of my favorites, which I didn't expect other people to like as much as I do. So that's great.
Your record sounds so beautiful.
Thank you.
Doug and I chatted a little bit about him playing some guitar on my live stream show. It just sounds so beautiful.
Yeah, he did an awesome job. And I'm just super happy with how it came out. And I'm already thinking about the next project.
Isn't that the way? Mm-hmm. You go through this whole thing, you're like, will I raise enough money to release my album? And then you do it and they're like, yay, I'm going to do another one.
I know. It's going to be a while because there's a certain person going off to college, but it'll happen. Yeah.
So we have no plans here. Who should go first? Do you have any?
Why don't you serenade us first? I want to hear you sing a song.
Okay, let's see if I'm in tune. I broke a string. So I play Music Fest every year, and I have 3 sets during the day, and I broke a string at one of them, but I only had 20 minutes turnover in between each one.
Oh dear.
So I changed that string, but I don't know how in tune we're going to be. But Erin, I'm going to play a brand new song.
Yeah, you are.
I have been on a mission to write a sexy song.
Uh-oh.
And
have you been watching Bridgerton?
I've watched all the Bridgertons. I've read them too. It was unrelated to that. It's more like a little bit of residual from what Sam Robbins said to me. Not to make Sam feel bad should he ever watch this. But that time his girlfriend relayed to me that she asked if she should be concerned about me, and he said, no, she's a mom. And I was like, wait a second. I'm not ready to feel dowdy. So this is my first sexy song, I think.
You do it.
I hope that it's sexy. We'll find out.
I'll tell you.
Okay. All right. You and me, a cool drink on a summer evening. Eyes across the bonfire, wonder what you're thinking. I don't think I've said too much, but I can't keep it together when we accidentally touch. Oh, I can wait, but I can't wait. Oh, baby, this is everything. Lean into me closer, 'cause I wanna tell you something. I've learned how to embrace all my features. The real me's hidden underneath. Do you wanna meet her? You have been my great escape. Hands under my covers, thinking about your face. I can wait, but I can't wait. Oh, baby, this is everything. Lean into me closer, 'cause I wanna tell you something. Julie and Aunt Nancy, hey! What a cruel trick, my friend. I hope this ain't how we end. I used to have my shit together now. I doubt I'll ever get better, and I can't pretend. So here's the text I never sent. You make every room hotter. I'm drowning, you're the water. I can wait, but I can't wait. Baby, this is everything. Lean into me closer, 'cause I wanna tell you something. You and me, a cool drink on a summer evening. You and me taking it off down to nothing. And the pitter-patter of little feet up above my head.
That is sexy.
Yay!
Yeah. It's
Thank
got a
you,
good
Erin.
little vibe there. Are you in an open tuning?
Yes.
Open C?
Well, yeah, but not like what most people do. It's C G C G C E.
Nice. It sounds good.
I'm obsessed with it because the first thing, like, I kept getting these mean comments on Facebook ads that my voice was shrill. And so I was like, how can I fix that? And so I was trying to balance out, like, to get the low end. You know, but the cool thing, I think everyone should try this tuning because anybody can play it. You only need 2 fingers. And you get those, like, sus chord things.
Yeah. I actually wrote a song, which I can't play tonight because I haven't practiced it recently, inspired by that in that open C. So it's C, G, C, G, C, E?
C, G, C, G. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I'll practice for next time.
Yeah. Oh, I can't. This is my favorite way to play now.
Yeah, I like. And also, poo to the mean Facebook people.
Oh,
Everybody's
it's
mean on
it's
Facebook.
grumpy old men.
Yeah, they don't know anything.
It's never women. Women are never mean, at least in my experience.
Yeah, that's weird. Why would they be cranky to you?
And they're actually usually from Australia.
Well, they know a lot about singing there. So.
Yeah, they do. The land down under. You know, play us a song.
Okay. This is new-ish. It's either a beautiful ode to mediocrity or the saddest song in the world, depending on your point of view. And I'm taking off my headphones. I can't see without my glasses. We're not the best, we're not the worst. Our love's not blessed, but it's not cursed. No dizzy heights, no daring curves, more a comfortable plateau. We're just so. We keep our peace, more or less. A tale not likely to impress. And are you happy? And are you handsome? Well, I guess you're cute enough if lights are low. We're just so. But there was a time once when I fell. At that I know I can excel. It was a special kind of hell, full of promise and of sweetness, like the sunshine through the trees. And how that sweetness it could turn into a bitterness that burned. A lesson hard enough to learn, that bringing my whole heart could only bring me to my knees. So come on over, don't be late. We'll watch a show we both don't hate. At being average, we do great. We don't mind the middle road. We keep our expectations low. No more mysteries to know, so it won't hurt much if you go. I'm just so glad we're just so. I'm just so glad we're just so.
I loved that. Oh, she didn't hear me. I loved that.
Ah, thanks.
I loved it. So, I had a therapist one time. I was in like a miserable dud of a relationship, but I was like, fine. and my therapist was like, well, we all get different things from relationships. What you get is some peace.
Exactly.
Yeah. What was this inspiration for that?
This is one of those weird songs. Do you want a sip of bipolar, by the way?
Yeah. Yes.
Here you
Thank you.
go. This is one of those weird songs where I literally woke up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, and I had "We're not the best, we're not the worst, our love's not blessed, but it's not cursed." And I was like, okay. And I like, that's weird. Nobody dreams lyrics, but I dreamed them.
Yes.
And then I wrote the song, and there are parts of it that I still need to work on, but I think I like the shape of it.
I love the shape of it.
Thank you.
And I think people will relate to that.
Yeah, I wanted to write a song about some, like, a third person song, because I have to constantly reassure my husband that it's not about him, because we are more than mediocre. We're awesome. But like the point of view of somebody who like is willing to settle because they had their heart broken so badly that like boring is good.
But there's a lot of reasons that people settle.
I know.
But I think that I had a relationship that I've written too many songs about, where like I was incredibly love bombed and this guy was like all these things, and then you find out none of it's true, and it's the only time in my life I've been that high and then that low. And so the relationship right after it was just, it was like, okay, I just need like,
Yeah.
but there's so many different reasons why one might just need an anchor or need like safe.
Right, but then the question is that is settling okay?
Yeah, well, I think about that sometimes, and this is not my relationship with my husband I'm talking about, but like my mom, as an example, growing up, drilled into my head that the worst thing she ever did was get married. And both my grandmothers too. So I had no modeling of like that a relationship could be loving and wonderful. Like to me, it was just this hell that you do, So like for me, I feel so grateful that I found a great relationship, but I could see where somebody would be like, well, that's not even feasible.
Right. So
like they don't believe that can happen. So
right. So I'll just settle for like what I don't despise.
Yeah.
Ugh, what a bummer.
Yeah, we pay the bills and I can watch my shows at night.
Gotta watch my shows.
You gotta watch your shows.
Gotta watch your shows.
You need your shows. What I need is my Billy Zabka, and Cobra Kai is not coming back till the fall, and I don't know how I'm gonna get through. I don't know how. Zabka, oh, what a classy dude. Erin?
Yes.
Can you hear this? No, you can't. Hold on. Can you hear this?
I sure can.
You can hear the piano.
Yep.
That's weird. I did a live stream last week, Erin. And I played the piano. I played a whole song. I played the piano and sang. Oh. And then they told me afterward they couldn't hear the piano at all.
That's embarrassing.
Thankfully it was a short song, but I just don't, I think I pushed all the same buttons.
Oh, well, I can hear it. It's beautiful.
You can hear it. Here it is.
Okay, play me a song.
This song's going to be utter nonsense. I haven't practiced it ever. Thank you, Aunt Nancy. Aunt Nancy, were you there when I played the piano and nobody could hear it? I was really proud of myself, too, because I nailed it. And, well, nobody heard it. I kind of want to keep you on the screen for this.
Okay. Do you want me to emote while you sing?
I just don't want to be alone.
Okay, I'm here. I got you. I got your back.
All right, let's see. I have not warmed. Usually, before these live streams and every concert, I don't eat and I warm up thoroughly. But today I stuffed my face and did not warm up. So let's see what happens. Everybody's walking around with some kind of secret. Look in my eyes, I bet you wouldn't believe. I'm 10 miles high, that's the way I get by. I get stoned. My mama told me that she don't wanna hear it. I might not be a criminal, but it don't change her mind. The wrong side of the tracks, I don't care about that. I get stoned. Prescription bottles lying around the sink ain't for me. I'll take it in some chocolate or my high noon tea. Been too long walking around with anxiety. Lorazepam, Ativan, I was pharmaceutically treated or defeated. Now I'm green like the trees. I get stoned. Andy Sito to do this, actually. Disappointing my childhood church, but Jesus didn't give us plants to leave them in the lurch. Everybody's walking around with some kind of secret. Look in their eyes, I bet you wouldn't believe. We're all 10 miles high, that's the way we get by, we get stoned.
That is awesome. Would you like to tell us the origin of that song?
What's my life?
There we go.
Honestly, it came because, so I developed, it was actually, this connects to what we're talking about. Dana, hello! You did not miss much. So I had that crazy relationship, and because I was just so crazy about it, I couldn't sleep. And my doctor gave me Ativan to deal with the anxiety attacks, but then it was turning into this thing where I needed Ativan to sleep. And I thought to myself, that is not good. Like, that's not meant to be you need this. And so somebody gave me an edible, and I did not need the Ativan anymore. And I was trying to explain to my mom, who's very old school, that, like, that was a better choice to me than the prescription bottle. She's like, well, I'm a liberal person, but I just can't. I know I grew up in the 40s, and I just can't accept that. So, like, my mom and I, like, our whole relationship is me always trying to convince her that, like, some people need that, and it's better.
So I love the jaunty little feel of that. So did you write that at the piano, or did you?
Did.
Yeah,
I did. Back when my chops were not so rusty.
It's sassy. I like it. Is it new?
Thank you. Let's see. I wrote that on May 13th, 2024.
Okay, so I call that new.
Yeah, it is kind of ragtimey.
Yeah.
Oh, Dana, back in the hospital. I'm so sorry. I'm so glad that you're here, and if you have a song request that we know, we'll play it for you. So yeah, that's what that song is, and it's interesting that I just played that for you, because that is a fact about me that I don't often share with people, because I know that like my mom has that stigma about it, and she tells me, and I think a lot of people maybe still do.
Yeah.
But like, to me, like, taking my little fruit flavored gummy before I get into bed and nobody ever sees me, like, I don't. It's just so much better than feeling like I need a prescription.
Well, and P.S. it's legal, so.
And also it's legal, and it's.
So there you go.
Yeah. Right.
All right.
Yeah. But I just, I think that there's something to be learned by being open-minded about these things.
Yes. But I do think that's a mental shift, because we spent so many decades assuming that all that stuff was a felony.
Well, right?
Right? So just sort of wrapping your head around the fact that it's okay for you to go into a store and buy a thing that's going to help you, like NyQuil.
Right. NyQuil. My God, if I took NyQuil, I feel like absolute doo-doo the next day.
I know.
And the funny thing about it is, so, like, I always feel like in my hometown, everybody knows me, right? And during the pandemic, we had a dispensary open up in town for recreational use. And I was like, oh, that's great. But I'm like, I can go because I'm wearing a mask. No one's going to know it's me. And I was so afraid I was going to go there and see, like, a parent of one of my students or something. And don't you know, Erin, that the second I get there, like, the cop parent of one of my students showed up. I was like, no, don't see me here. But, I'm trying to learn to get rid of shame.
But that's an adjustment.
It is.
It's a shift for everybody.
It is.
But I like your song. That's the most important thing.
Dana, yes, we are talking about the gummies you think we are talking about. Yes.
Kills the pain too.
They're good for myriad things.
Whatever gets you by.
Yep. You got any deep dark secrets to share tonight, Erin?
I don't think I have any dark secrets to share today.
That's okay. There's no pressure to share your dark secrets.
Yeah. No, I'm kind of boring today, except for all the landscaping.
Landscaping is not boring. It is so cathartic.
Wow. It's very satisfying, and it makes everything look very nice until the weeds grow back. So there's that.
So for a couple of years, my child loved to weed the garden with me because he said he was powing bad guys. So I got some free labor, and he thought it was fun.
Yeah, I had a minute of that too, where my son thought it was fun to put mulch on beds. And today, as he settled down for his nap on the couch in the middle of the afternoon, he declined to make it fun. I tried.
All right, it's all you, girl.
What am I gonna sing? Should I try another new song?
I'm game to hear a new song.
Okay. I haven't played this in front of humans, so. Okay, here we go.
Wait, I have one question for you. Never mind.
Hopefully, I remember all the words. Gabe and Allie met again at our 25th reunion. Bunch of us were sitting at the bar and saw it all go down. Allie had a fancy job at some mid-Atlantic city. Gabe was like the rest of us, never quite made it out of town. Dana lit the pool hall with long strings of fairy lights. She couldn't get a permit to serve alcohol in the gym. So we had a perfect view from our stools in the corner. We couldn't take our eyes off of how Allie couldn't take her eyes off of him. All he saw was her, and all she saw was him. All we saw was how young we used to be back then. Gabe and Allie led the way back to Gabe's house for a bonfire. Heard the next day that Gabe and Allie stayed up and talked all night. The rest of us cut out early so we could get the kids to soccer in the morning. But Gabe and Allie traded stories till it was time for her to catch her flight. All he saw was her, and all she saw was him. And all we saw was how young we used to be back then. And all he saw was her, and all she saw was him. And all we saw was how young we used to be back then.
I love that too. Can you hear me? I love that too. Tell me about the origin of that one.
That song is actually a real thing. So I've been thinking a lot of I think your hometown comment made me think of that one. I've been thinking a lot about just sort of hometown stories and kind of drawing from small moments in my own life. And there was a high school reunion I went to, and when I moved back to my hometown, going to my high school reunions became a thing, and just fascinating on so many levels. But watching two people from my high school find each other again after not having seen each other for 25 years, and just literally like being the voyeur and watching the connection and how they literally just had eyes only for each other. And you could see that the people that they were seeing were the 18-year-old versions of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And but we're not. We're much older than that. So it was a really interesting kind of moment of like thinking about how you see yourself based on how the people around you see you, if that makes any sense.
It does. It does. I mean, well, the line in there that got me was you're talking about how young we used to be back then. Mm-hmm. But so, like, I've got this full band concert coming up, 2 of them, one at which Erin's going to sing some harmonies. And,
December 19th, right?
Yeah. Woo-hoo. The drummer, however, I went to college with, and I haven't seen since college, and in my mind, I'm like, I don't, not that it really matters, but like you want to show up, like you don't want someone to think in your head, like, oh, let herself go, or, like whatever the, I know, and I can't, it's so silly. It's so silly. But I really love also, what's the Springsteen song? What's the Springsteen song that's about that? Like the,
yeah,
like, you know what I'm talking about. Yes. It's like the good old days, or like the glory days.
Yep.
It's such a bittersweet,
yeah,
not even sweet sometimes. It's just like,
well, so interestingly, so I brought this to a songwriter friend of mine, and he read the lyrics before he heard the melody. And so he read the lyrics. He's like, oh, cute, I want to hear the song. And then heard the song and like stopped me before I got to the end of the first verse and said, those chords are too dark for that song. This is a much more lighthearted song. And I was like, I don't know. I don't think so. That's kind of what I'm going for, is the idea that there's like a lot of nostalgia and a lot of kind of bittersweet when you have those moments. So I don't know.
Do you know, Erin, I always loved, like as a child, I loved nostalgia, and I loved looking through old photo albums and like thinking about the old days, because it wasn't my old days, right? And now when I look at them, I'm like, oh, it's my old days, and it's like people that are gone now, and like it's just not. It's interesting how nostalgia has changed as a feeling, because it used to be happy and cool, and I want to go back in time, and now it's like, oh.
No, things keep getting better, Grace.
Yeah.
Just keep changing. Yes, just keep telling yourself that.
Yes. All right.
Oh, play me a song.
I will. I'm going to play one. I don't know if I know this one, but my husband liked it. So I'm back in a songwriting group where we get the prompt every week. And I don't know what the prompt was. It was something about like love or it wasn't obsession, but it was like either biggest fan or love or like and so my husband's reaction to this song when he heard it was exactly the same reaction that one of my patrons had when they heard it, which I thought that's so interesting, because I did not hear what they heard.
Well, now I'm curious.
I don't even remember what key it's in, but let's find out if I'm right.
Let's go for it.
And let's see what happens. And I think I want... Okay. Can you still hear me okay? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna be somebody someday. I'll be the apple of your eye. My guitar wasn't on. I'm gonna try that again. I'm gonna be somebody someday. I'll be the apple of your eye. I'll be the drug you'll never escape. Baby, all I need is time. I know that you don't notice all the ways I show you my love. I save myself on Friday nights, just waiting till you realize I'm there. I don't think that you like a big girl. I'll starve myself to lose the weight. When we lock eyes, I know you want me. You'll move in and take the bait. I know that you don't notice all the ways I show you my love. I wait until it's late at night. I see you in your bedroom light. I'm there. I tried to make it known to you I dressed up in your favorite blue, that I overheard you tell that tramp was like the blue on that forever stamp, as I stood quietly in line at the post office on Main and 9th. I don't know where my last verse is. Oh, there it is. Gonna be somebody someday. I'll be the apple of your eye. I'll be the drug you'll never escape. Baby, all I need is time. I know that you don't notice all the ways I show you my love. I waited for you endlessly. I made us belladonna tea.
Oh,
Wait, hold on. Say that again.
I said, okay, what?
It's about a stalker.
That's what, yes, of course it's about a stalker. And the belladonna tea is terrifying.
Yeah, because she's crazy.
Yeah, she's cuckoo.
Yeah.
And she like picked out the outfit based on the blue.
Yeah.
And she's like looking at him through the window at night.
Yeah. She's a creep.
She's a total creep. So wait, what did your husband think?
My husband loved it and said it reminds me of Jewel.
What?
I know. And so did my patron, Rob Marotti.
I wonder what that is. That's so interesting.
Isn't it? Because I don't hear Jewel in that other than the fact that I'm finger picking.
Yeah, I don't hear it either. But that's really interesting.
The specific song that Scott said it made him think of was I'm gonna give you some more. Do you know, how does that start? Morning Song by Jewel. Anyway, it was the one that it reminded. I'm like, I don't get that in here at all.
No, I did not hear that at all. I like that because it kind of creeps up on you because you think it's just a sad little like unrequited love song until you realize that she's cuckoo.
Yeah, good. I'm glad that translates because I wasn't sure at first. I was going for like a Mark Wahlberg in Fear or Alicia Silverstone in The Crush.
Yeah. Wait, so because I feel like the bridge was where I finally figured it out. So what's the line there? I'm trying to figure out what's the moment.
When she's referring to either someone in line or a postal worker as a tramp.
Yeah. I think that's the one where she's just waiting in line. You're like, oh, she just is like following him around. That's creepy, but you don't know who I am.
It was the first time I've written something. My husband's like, wait a second, you put clues in all the verses. There's clues.
Yeah, it's great.
Thank you.
I love that.
So Jana Pokop is like producing a bunch of random surprise singles for me. And so I was debating doing that one just because it's like so different from all the other things I make up.
Yeah, I like it. It's tiny, but it's got a little twist the knife to it.
Yeah, because I mean, who doesn't like a thriller or a murder mystery?
Yep. You want me to do my murder ballad next?
Yes. Wait, before you do,
Yeah.
can we try one thing? Because I want to
Yes.
hear your guitar better. In audio,
Yep.
is your echo cancellation checked or unchecked?
It's unchecked.
It's unchecked.
Maybe I just need to move my microphone down so you can hear.
Strum a little bit that way and see what happens.
La la la. Any better?
No. Is automatically adjust mic volume checked or unchecked?
Unchecked.
Oh, what happens if you check echo cancellation? And then strum a little. Nah, go the way it was before.
All right. What if I turn up the mic volume?
Oh, try that. Yeah, I think that's better.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah, I'll sing you a little murder ballad. Took him on a winter walk late last night, through shadows carved by the blade of the moonlight. My hand in his, mama bade us go across the stubbled fields, gone smooth with snow. The world asleep, no one to know, no one to know. Found the path by the maple tree, while the wind cut sharp like the cry of a baby. We passed a place where we once lay by the riverbank on a summer day, when his careless words took my hopes away, my hopes away. Led him down to the frozen shore, where he let me tell him that I love him many times before. Like mama said, I kissed him twice and said, now darling, wouldn't it be nice if we could take a walk across the ice? Dried my hair by mama's fire, while I cried for the price I'd pay for my own desire. Mama said, don't worry, that ain't no thing. No one's gonna know until at least the spring. Long gone with your lover's ring, your lover's ring. Two sets of prints out in one set home. The woods don't seem so friendly when you walk alone. Mama says the air smells like snow, says it's time for me to pack my things and go. The world's asleep, no one to know. Took him on a winter walk, took him on a winter walk, took him on a winter walk.
So I love how you put in there like the smell of the snow. You don't very often receive smell cues in a lyric.
Wow. Can I put that quote on my website?
It was so good, and it reminded me a little bit of who's the orphan girl that sings
Annie.
with the guy? She's great. She's great. She's like an Americana folk icon. And
Orphan girl who sings with the
I am an
guy.
orphan girl. David Rawlings, maybe. What is her name? She's so good.
Gillian Welch?
Gillian. Yes, thank you. Thank you. And a little bit of a Gillian Welch thing going on would sound really fantabulous with some accordion undertones there.
Yes, ma'am.
I think that'd be really
That
fun.
sounds like a plan. Yeah.
The smell of snow is so visceral.
Yeah.
It just puts you there.
Yeah.
It reminded me, I dated this guy once, Erin. And this incident occurred after I dated him. And so maybe provide some insight into why I wasn't dating him anymore. Broke into someone's home
Oh, dear.
in the middle of a snowstorm.
Oh, dear.
And the police just followed his footprints to his house.
Oh, dear.
You know? I know. Anyway.
Oh, bless his heart.
Bless his heart indeed.
Bless his heart.
I don't know. Yeah, bless his heart. It would have been, I don't know if this is true, but in my mind he was stealing a VCR and VHS tapes, and that just makes it even better.
It's just not even worth it. Poor guy.
Right?
Oh,
I know.
that's sad.
I know.
Sad.
It's just embarrassing for him. Like, if you're going to be a criminal, you at least need to have an air of cool about it. And there was just there's no cool to be had.
None whatsoever.
Tell me about that song and how it came to
My
be.
murder ballad?
Yes.
So it came about because there was a cold winter night when I lost the coin toss for taking the dogs out for the final walk of the night. And I was a little bitter. And so I was just sort of creating murder fantasies in my head as I was walking the dogs in the freezing cold in February, being cranky. And also at the time I had been reading The Great Alone. Do you know that book? Mm-mm. Oh, you have to go read it. It's by Kristen Hanna.
Okay.
And it takes place in Alaska. But it just has so many great images about like things that are cold and things that are dark and twisty and ice and murder and all of those things. And so who doesn't love writing a murder ballad? And so then I did.
So, question, when you say you're out and you're angry that you have to do this snowy chore, were you thinking about murder ballads because you were afraid?
No, because I was angry.
Oh, okay. See, I would have been thinking it because I'm afraid. Like, obviously, this is my time.
No. I was just like, I was settling the score in my head.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's a healthy way to do it. I think.
Yeah. So now that this is taped, if anything if that ever happens to my husband, I'm in big trouble.
Snow is a bad place to commit crimes.
Snow. Well, but it melts. I always thought that an icicle would be a great weapon.
That is a Hitchcock.
Is it? Mm-hmm. Which one?
I don't know, but my mother told me about it. I believe that it's a woman kills her husband with an icicle.
Right, because then the evidence melts.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. But that's inside. That's an indoor crime.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to commit an outdoor crime in the snow because there's you can't.
No.
Apparently, this is where we come for our crime tips and tricks.
Folk music and true crime. Grace Morrison and Aaron Sullivan. I will say that one fun thing about writing a murder ballad is that it's a very specific niche, and people who like murder ballads really like murder ballads. So, for example, when you're a musician trying to find Spotify placements on playlists for a song, if you search murder ballad, you can find lots of opportunities. And then people who like murder ballads are so psyched to hear new murder ballads.
Have you had this opportunity?
I did.
Yeah.
And that exact same thing happened. And so I reach out to people to say, I really like your murder ballad playlist. Hope you'd like to give this one a spin. And then they add it to the playlist. How great is that?
So the old-fashioned way works.
Occasionally it does. It's a lot of legwork. But it's also kind of fun doing the research and listening to the playlists, which are awesome if you like murder ballads.
That's true. Well, I mean, I like murder mysteries, so why wouldn't I like murder ballads?
Exactly. Although the old-fashioned ones are super creepy and dark and also
The ballads.
kind of atonal.
Are they Scottish?
Yes. So there's lots of like ruined people on the heath. And, can't even.
We sleek at Karen Timrin Beastie.
Beastie. Oh, what a panic in my breastie. What?
Well, he was a great poet, wasn't he?
He was, cousin.
Hey, did you know that this shirt only exists because of you?
What are you talking? Oh, because of our weekend?
Uh-huh.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's going to do another one.
He is. Do you want to talk about your merch? Because it's such a cute shirt.
Oh, I could. This was my workout shirt today. Yeah, Dan Blakesley
Yes.
illustrated this for me.
That's
and
amazing.
I'm not wearing my shirt around because my name's on it, but just the mermaid and the pirate
Smashing.
and the
Yeah.
whale and the lighthouse. He's just so good.
It's so perfect.
Dan Blakesley is so perfect.
Yeah.
I just think that he should have commissions daily. He's so good.
Yeah.
That's my favorite kind of artwork too.
I know. It's so lively. There's so much going on.
Yeah.
And it's so perfect for saltwater country.
I wrote a sea shanty, and so he's doing that one next. I think I'm only going to write ocean songs moving forward, just so I can
I
have
support that.
Dan make me mermaids. I'm going to try a new song.
Go.
I have to figure out my key. It's not that one. So I wrote this with Jackson Emmer. It was our last co-write. Let's see if I can recall it. Tonight's theme, I think, Erin, is songs I might know. All right. A summer backyard barbecue, charcoal smoke and Mountain Dew. Uncle Henry and Giselle holding court and raising hell, while Sarah there throws up her lunch, or a postcard of the Brady Bunch. The cousins tell her she looks good, the beauty of the neighborhood, keeping secrets. Is it easier to just keep quiet? What if we talked? What if we listened? What do you need? What am I missing? I love you. I'm begging, please. Won't you talk? Please talk to me. It's Grandpa's second family. It's Mom and Dad and their whiskey. It's crying while I watch TV, 'cause Daddy broke her cup of tea. I spent some years in therapy, not used to someone hearing me. How good it felt to pull the string and watch it all unraveling. Keeping secrets. Is it easier to just keep quiet? What if we talked? What if we listened? What do you need? What am I missing? I love you. I'm begging, please. Won't you talk? Please talk to me. I'll always love my family. Lord knows they tried their best for me. Comparison will kill your joy. An exercise I should avoid. Keeping secrets. Is it easier to just keep quiet? What if we talked? What if we listened? What do you need? What am I missing? I love you. I'm begging, please. Won't you talk? Please please talk to me. Won't you talk? Please talk to me.
Love it. Love the line about the string unraveling.
That line, thank you. We circled around that one quite a bit. And initially the idea was going to be, we were just like talking about family trauma, and the idea was going to be like an Afghan that the grandmother made, or like a grandmother made, or like a sweater, and how the sweater wraps around us all, but somehow we were trying to make the sweater also be the trauma. But what we kept was that.
So for a co-write like that, how does that start? Like, did you bring a nugget of a song or an idea, or did you talk through ideas, or how did you get there?
That song started with how sometimes grown-ups go out to do an errand just to have a little social interaction, and then that's plenty for the day. And it was going to be a song about going to get coffee, and how like the coffee was filling your cup, like because you got an emotional, you got to see a person, but you also got your cup of coffee. And how we got from that to this, I don't recall.
That's great. There are so many good harmonies hiding in that song too.
I would love to sing them with you. The other thing that kind of came up, somehow between the coffee and the end result, we were talking about my uncle is in hospice, and there's three of them. There's my mom and my uncle and my aunt. None of them talked to each other my whole life. And I was an intermediary. And was finding myself in that position again, like mom being like, okay, tell my sister that he's here. And then her saying to me, okay, you tell your mom this. And so like here I am. And then I'm like, wait a second. You guys are supposed to be the grown-ups. Like I don't what if you all had talked like a long time ago? Like this is so ridiculous, that there's no need for relationships to be like this. And so, but I think that happens to a lot of people.
Yeah, I think it's so easy for it to happen. I think about that a lot, and that how we actually need to work really hard to not take that for granted when things work well.
I know how it went from coffee to the song.
Okay,
because I was like, okay, so we feel so isolated, and like there's all these people in my family and we're having a hard time. Like, what if we just talk to each other? I think I said that, and then Jackson was like, oh, okay, there's what we're gonna write about. What if we talked? And then it got to the trauma.
Yeah. Oh, so great.
Thank you. Families are something, aren't they?
There are a lot of fodder for good songs.
Do you ever think? Okay, so when I was growing up, loved my family, but all I wanted was a Home Alone family. I wanted a Christmas that was just full of everybody. Like we were just clearly a family. I just wanted to be surrounded by a family because mine was so isolated, which was its own thing, right? But now I do have that kind of huge family, which comes with its own, I guess it's the grass is greener.
Yeah. Yeah, because we had big like Christmas events where like my mom and all of her siblings would get together. And those are a blast. I have very, very happy memories of that. And yeah, and you think about that with your own kids. Like you want to create those memories so that they can look back on those times together and feel like it was great. So yeah, my kids and their cousins, my sister and I worked really hard to try to have those moments. And I don't know, I hope they have happy memories of it.
But it's coming from you and your sister clearly have a great relationship, or like a healthy relationship.
Right.
So it's got to come. It's got to come from that.
Yes. Yes.
And it's it's interesting. So my husband's family just has all of these like traditions that they've done for 100 years, let's say, less than that. But like we always on Christmas Eve we always do this, and we order the Chinese food from here, and it's always this, and this. Now, other than my child, all the other kids are like off to college, and things are changing. And so I'm like dealing also with like I'm sad that my kid's not going to get that full experience, and then trying to make sure though that he gets his own,
right,
because he's not going to know the difference, right? It's like me being sad, he doesn't care,
right. Yeah, but also I don't know if you've had this experience where like you have your holiday family traditions, for example, and you just take for granted that that's how everybody celebrates that holiday. And then you like see it through your special partner's eyes and you're like, oh, it's actually kind of insane. Like,
Yeah.
doesn't everybody line every single person in the family up by age order and walk around the Christmas tree and sing O Tannenbaum? Of course they do.
And if they don't, they should, Erin.
Exactly.
That's the thing I'm gonna institute that. My husband just delivered me a martini for Martini Tuesday. Honey,
Wait, can you hand that across?
Yeah, here you go.
Waiting for break.
I want the
Moving
martini.
forward on Christmases, what we're going to do is line up the whole family in age order, and we're going to walk around the Christmas tree singing O Tannenbaum.
No, we won't.
Yes, we will.
Wait,
Yes,
what kind of martini is that?
This is a Milky Way.
What does that mean?
And then it tastes like a Milky Way. It is chocolate and caramel.
If you want me to dance around the Christmas tree, I will dance around.
He just said he'll do it.
You just have to walk around the Christmas tree.
You don't have to dance. You just walk, honey. Just walk.
And you don't actually even need to know the words to O Tannenbaum. You just have to sing Watermelon. That's how we do it.
Oh my gosh, I had another thing that I wanted to say. Oh, and then I'll let you sing a song. I was thinking about like me being sad about my child missing out on holiday traditions. And again, it's me being sad. He is not sad. Hi, honey. And it's the same thing. Like so there are 4 kindergarten teachers in the school he's going into. One I know and love because I used to teach her son. And she is like Miss Honey from Matilda. She is everything you want in a kindergarten teacher. And it's her favorite thing in the whole wide world, right? And like in my mind, I'm like, I taught her son and now she can teach mine. And in January, I sent my formal request to the principal. I'm like, this would just be so important, blah, 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 blah. He didn't get her, which I secretly know. And he doesn't care. Like, I care so hard that I was in tears.
Yeah.
And he doesn't care. And I'm trying to learn to separate
That's a hard one, friend.
my feelings from his. Is that going to be the rest of his life?
Yep, pretty much.
Okay. Great.
Get ready.
That's great. I'm so not ready. I lost sleep. 3 nights I didn't sleep because there's another teacher about whom there are horror stories that go around our town. And it's just like, and I know it would be fine. But I just feel like I need to control everything.
Yeah, and you can't.
Is that true, really?
It's pretty much always true. It's hard.
That's a shame because I'm really great at running things.
I know. It's so fun to be the boss of everybody.
You got a song about that?
I am the boss of you. I will sing my kid going away to college song.
Yes,
Let's do
please.
that.
Yeah.
Okay. My kid who's going to college in a minute. Cricket song, starry night, velvet air, headlight gleam, window down. Just an after-dinner drive to buy some ice cream at the Mobile on the edge of town. You crane your neck to catch a satellite's tail. I pray for time to slow. I could probably count how many drives like this we have left before you go. When you were buckled up in back, I'd strain to make out every word you said. Now you're riding shotgun up here next to me. I try to listen with my heart instead. You crane your neck to catch a satellite's tail. I pray for time to slow. I could probably count how many drives like this we have left before you go. Right now our world's this dark, this drive, this road, this ride. The bullfrog hum. Eyes straight ahead, I let your words shade in my picture of who you've become. I know you're ready, but how can I get ready? It's harder than you know. On these sweet summer nights, buying ice cream before you go. These sweet summer nights before you go.
When did you write that?
I actually wrote it a couple years ago.
Okay, because I think you made me weep with that before.
Yeah.
I could
crybaby
probably
song.
count. I can count how many more drives like this they have. Good Lord in heaven.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that today because so Friday was my child's last day of daycare, and I was not anticipating weeping. When, at that I thought I'd be overjoyed by the money savings, and then like today, I had this picture perfect. We were going to go school shopping. It was going to be so much fun. We're going to pick out the crayons in the backpack. It was going to just be so joyful. And it wasn't, because he wanted to pull my shopping cart every which way. And then I got frustrated. And in my mind, I'm like, enjoy this.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work that way.
Because then you get to the other end of it, though, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, I was just at Target 2 days ago doing like the college shop experience where like, you remember, you go up and down the aisles and you buy the mattress pad and the trash can and the wipes, and like, when on earth is a bottle of hand sanitizer going to make you burst into tears? But there you go.
Yeah.
I know, it's crazy.
My first my eye-opening experience with that, I've got the 3 stepdaughters, as you know, all of whom are out of high school, and the eldest and I have a very difficult relationship, as one could have predicted if you weren't me. And probably about as difficult as you can imagine that relationship to be, right? And I thought that when she went off to school, I would feel like happy and relieved, and I was like, oh wait, no, there's a hole in our home now. And so I was like, wow, if it's this hard, and she's like not my child, and she doesn't even like me a little bit, but it's hard, just imagine how much harder.
So yes, and I will also say that Dano and I are also super excited about having the house to ourselves. So yes, so we can have a little, like, we're gonna like use it as songwriting fodder and like have the melancholy, and we will miss him, and also it's gonna be great.
So my husband, I was giving my husband shit yesterday because like I won't talk about the other time this happened, but like I wanted us to go, the 3 of us, to go school shopping and like this magical thing, because I like the smell of Staples. I love that store.
Yeah.
Post-it notes. And he's like, let's just buy it on Amazon. And I'm like, no, I want the experience. And he's kind of saying, I told you so, without saying it.
Wait, I want to say hi to Lindsay. Thank you for listening. That's my cousin.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hi,
Wait,
Lindsay.
we met at the house concert in Maryland, yeah?
Yes,
that
she was
cousin?
there. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Hi.
Yeah. So hi, Lindsay.
Most of my empty nester.
Yes.
Lindsay, can I share that comment? I just think, like, I shouldn't say I could, but and me, I'm just such a sentimental person, and he's my only kid.
Yeah.
And I think in a lot of ways, I'm like trying to make up or re-experience things that I liked when I was a kid.
Yeah, we all do that. It's like your one chance to be a goofball, and like if you have to go play in the sandbox, you're going to do that, and you're going to make it awesome because you get to do it again.
You know what me and my kid are going to do?
What are your kids going to do?
We're going to make a movie.
About powing?
He's writing a treatment right now for his film. He is. We bought a notebook today.
It's going to take some meetings.
At Staples. We've got a notebook. I smelled it first, and then I get
Okay, play song. I smelled it first.
It's the smell of new books and notebooks.
I know.
Okay.
It's
not
yes,
just me.
I'm right. No, I'm right there with you. 100%.
Point being, maybe this will be my last song, and then you can do one more.
Perfect.
What about that song about the state? You know the one I'm talking about? You have a state about a city?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to do that one.
Okay, that's this. I was thinking about that. Okay. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us this evening on Grace and Erin. Oh, if I had someone to push the button, I would have put our logo back up. All right, so since we're talking about kids and all that stuff, one time I had a man on my mailing list. Maybe he was grumpy and from Australia. And he responded to one of my emails saying, "Enough about your kid." Except he put the F word in there. And I'm like, oh, you don't belong on my mailing list. Bye. Anyway. I'm gonna be a better parent than my mom was. I'm gonna win a golden medal from the PTA. And my kid will wear his sunblock, double-knotted sneakers won't fall off, and he'll always get good grades. I had organic fresh fruit cut in pieces. I made smiley faces, you know, like you do. But the truth was hard to take. He went on hunger strike for cake, and I learned early to let go and bend the rules. Who's raising who? Who's raising who? Real life ain't a movie, and the sky ain't always blue. Who's raising who? Who's raising who? There are days I think I'll dress up like a lady, but I've settled into sweatpants, ain't it great? 'Cause you can't climb in a sandbox in stilettos, and there's a superhero standoff that won't wait. Who's raising who? Who's raising who? Real life ain't a movie, and the sky ain't always blue. Who's raising who? Who's raising who? As it turns out, you don't need much sleep to make it. 3 hours every night for 6 months straight. And looking in the mirror, my inheritance is clear. I'm so glad that what I see is my mother's face. Who's raising who? Who's raising who? Real life ain't a movie, and the sky ain't always blue. Who's raising who? Who's raising who? Real life ain't a movie, and it seems I've stepped into my mother's shoes. Who's raising who?
I do love that one.
Thank you. I like when you sing it with me.
Yeah, I was singing it. I don't know if you can saw my see my lip singing. I'm playing along. Yeah, it's a good one. Is that
So-
is that open C? Is that
No,
C,
normal.
just a regular? Okay,
I could do it over there.
it's delightful.
Thank you. It's
Yeah.
like that's an Emmer. That's a Morrison Emmer co-write. You can't write a bad song with Jackson Emmer. That's his whole logo, you know. Jackson Emmer writes good songs.
It's so great.
But you know what? His logo, his tagline there is as succinct as his writing.
Yeah,
He's
that's
so
really
good at just like, what's your song about? Okay, that's the chorus.
I need to like think about that the next time I write a song. Just keep it simple.
Well, he's actually like taught me so much writing with him. Like when I'm sitting there trying to come up with this elaborate chorus, it's like, no, distill.
Yeah.
Bring it to your point.
Yeah, that's good. You just keep stripping it away until you get to the basic.
Yeah.
I like it.
I feel like I had a thing I wanted to share. Oh, in conclusion, in conclusion, this is the Grace and Erin show. And I'd like to know how you came up with that font. How did you find the font?
It's so embarrassingly easy.
Okay.
I Googled what is the I Love Lucy font. And then you can download that from free fonts. Yeah. And then I just like found the I Love Lucy heart and photoshopped out the I Love Lucy and put in the Grace and Erin.
You're so good. You're so good. In conclusion, go to Erin's website. It's up there. You can learn all about Erin and her performances. You can purchase her record if you wanted to do that. And what other things are on your website? Videos?
There are some videos. You can buy some hand-drawn note cards of Pi, because of Pi. And and watch lots of videos.
And then if you want to hear Erin and I sing together in real life, in person, you can get tickets for December 19th up there. And Erin has a show October 5th, so she can't sing with me that day, but you can also get tickets for that. And I will do you have ticketed shows coming up?
I do, and it's at erinashsullivan.com/shows.
Okay.
Find out all those
so
things.
What I will say is that it makes a huge difference to people like Erin and I if you buy your tickets way in advance.
Yes.
Hell, buy them a year in advance. We don't care, but buy them in advance. It helps us. Okay. You got a song about a city?
I got a song about a city. Here we go. She says that Baltimore water tastes sweetest. She should know with all the journeys she's had. Well, the taps in New York poured it spicy and dark, but the atmosphere wasn't half bad. In San Francisco, it shimmered like sunlight. And in Boston, it froze into glass, with an unnerving knack of reflecting her back, with a question too loaded to ask. Who hold my hand? Who's gonna guard the door? Who's gonna know my name when I go back to Baltimore? She says that taking it slow might be smartest. She should know with all the lives that she's lived. For the souls at her heart, she'll just wear down their guard and hope they'll forget and forgive. 'Cause it's the loved ones that take it the hardest. When the actors stop reading their lines, when there's a twist in the plot, whether they like it or not. All along they've been seeing the signs. Who hold my hand? Who's gonna guard the door? Who's gonna know my name when I go back to Baltimore? No words can prepare her, no map show her which which way to go. She's got to go against the current, trust the steel in her arms and row, row, row. She says tomorrow the road will be smoother. She should know with all the heartache she's borne. When that door slams at last, she'll put pain to the past and move forward, renewed and reborn. Who'll hold my hand? Who's gonna guard the door? Who's gonna know my name when I go back to Baltimore? Who's gonna know my name when I go back to Baltimore?
I love that song so much.
Thank you.
And
It's
hard for me
become
to
one of my
say-
top 3 favorites to play, for sure.
Oh, it's one of your best songs, and I wonder if I love it so much also because I know backstory too, but it's just oh god, it's so good. I wrote down as you were singing it. I hadn't caught the lyric before. Taps poured it spicy and dark.
Yeah.
That's a good line.
Thanks.
I really like that. I found this post that a friend of mine made, and I feel like it summed up a little bit what we talked about tonight.
Oh.
It's a picture of her home tonight, and inside is her 8-year-old playing Legos before bed because school starts tomorrow. And it says, "Another summer at its end. I think we did it up properly this year. Seasons ending are so bittersweet, and this one life we get to live tumbles onward. Pages turn and keep on turning, if we're lucky."
Ugh. Who is that person, and why are they such a poet?
Because it's Van Plating. She's a great songwriter.
Amazing.
But isn't that it? Like the line in there that she wrote, "I think we did it up properly this year." Mm-hmm. You know, like our summer's winding down, and I'm like, we're gonna summer this year. We're gonna do summer, and then I'm
Yeah.
like, but did we?
Yeah, we did, for sure.
I said that at the doctor's office today. She's like, "I'm so glad it feels like fall today." I'm like, "Are you though? Like, did we summer enough?" She's like, "Girl, we summered."
No, I'm happy to have a few more weeks. I'm gonna suck the beauty out of the last bit of August.
That's a song.
I guess so.
You kind of do have to suck the beauty out at the end of August, don't you?
I feel like August is like the 3 o'clock of the year. Oh. Right?
I'm writing that down.
It is though, right? It's like you're still in the full part of the day, but you
Yes.
see the end a coming.
Yes. I always found September to be really depressing. It's depressed me my whole life. And I always thought it was because my birthday's in September, but like no, because there's seasonal change.
Yeah.
But then a pastor one time, she said, "Really? You find it to be an ending? Because I find it to be a beginning." And so whenever I get depressed about it, I remember that I'm like, oh, it is
Yeah,
a
no, I
beginning.
think of September as beginning, but also I've been in schools for
You're a
9 years,
teacher.
so
It makes a
there's
difference.
that. Yeah.
Apparently my child is saying mom, mommy, mom, ma,
Mom.
ma,
It's time.
mother, Lois.
Mommy. Mommy.
Erin, I love you.
Love you too. Thank you so
I'm-
much for having me tonight.
Thank you for hanging out with me. I am so thrilled that your record is doing so well. Not surprised, but really, really happy for you.
Thank you.
Because you're wonderful and your songs are wonderful and I love you.
You too.
Oh, my son wants to say goodnight. Stall. Erin, stall. Slowly, slowly,
Good night.
slowly.
I was telling you, Mom.
Mommy.
Slow. Come here. You want to say goodnight?
Mommy.
Careful for those
I'm
drinks
saying
there.
Mom,
Careful.
I'm saying good, Mom, the whole time. Did you
You're
hear
saying
that?
so people can see you now. Can you say hi, Erin?
Hi, Erin.
Can you say good night, world?
Good night, world.
Good night. Great to see you.
If you don't see me do some gymnastics,